There is something deeply magical about the world of Breath of the Wild. Its endless green hills, scorching volcanic ridges, and quiet snow-covered mountains feel like fragments of a living dream. And then there's the vast, silent, and unforgiving desert. The golden sands stretch endlessly beneath a burning sun, hiding ancient secrets beneath. It feels like a place frozen in time, where every gust of wind carries the echoes of something long forgotten. It's haunting, but beautiful. No matter how many times I return, it always pulls me back. I never want to leave. So why is that? I think it starts with the design. From the moment you walk out of Link's tomb, you are greeted with a breathtaking view, one that perfectly encapsulates the heart and spirit of the game. It's not just scenery, it's a silent promise of freedom and discovery. Breath of the Wild breaks away from the old school, linear, story-driven formula and instead offers a vast, open world waiting to be explored, a true breath of fresh air. So when you leave that tomb and begin walking, you realize something. There are no quest markers, no hand-holding, nothing telling you what to do. See a mountain? You can climb it. Spot a shrine far off in the distance? You can head straight for it. Notice a quiet pond just down the path? You can dive right into it. Every decision is yours, and that kind of freedom feels rare. What's so good about this open-ended sandbox design is that everybody's experience will be different. No two people will experience the game in the same way. One player might decide to run straight to the objectives and try to finish the story, while another player might just wander off into the distance and see what they can find. Someone else might decide to hunt for more shrines to level up Link's hearts or stamina. The world is full of wonder and mystery. This is what makes every playthrough so exciting and fresh. It's also why watching new players experience the game for the first time is fascinating. You get to see how they approach the world and how their experience compares to yours. One of the most groundbreaking aspects of Breath of the Wild is how its systems are designed to interact with each other, creating a playground of sorts. Players can experiment and improvise in ways that feel both natural and rewarding. The game doesn't tell you how to solve most problems, it simply gives you the tools and trusts you to figure it out yourself. This is where the emergent gameplay truly shines. Take fire, for example. It's not just an effect, it's a mechanic. You can set an arrow ablaze using a nearby torch and shoot it into dry grass to create a wildfire, flushing out enemies or causing explosive barrels to detonate. Wind can carry fire further, spreading chaos in unpredictable and exciting ways. Or use the updraft from the flames to glide into the air and strike from above. It's fluid, reactive, and entirely up to you. Physics play a big role in the game too. Use the Magnesis rune to lift metal crates and swing them like wrecking balls. Freeze a boulder with stasis, whack it a few times, and then hop on top to launch yourself across the map. Combat, puzzles, and exploration become tools for self-expression. Some players charge in with brute force, while others, like myself, love to sneak around using stealth and strategy. You might solve a shrine puzzle by thinking outside the box, skipping the quote-unquote intended solution entirely with a clever use of tools. This level of freedom is what makes Breath of the Wild so replayable. Even after dozens or hundreds of hours, you're still discovering new tricks, methods, and solutions that feel uniquely your own. It transforms players into storytellers, each with their own journey shaped by curiosity and creativity. Breath of the Wild doesn't rely on lengthy cutscenes or constant exposition to tell its story. This swiftness ensures you never feel bored or impatient. Instead, it uses silence, space, and atmosphere. The narrative is told in a non-linear way. Players can find scattered memories throughout the world, and each memory offers a unique glimpse into the past. On replays, these memories still feel fresh because you can discover them in any order you want. You're not bombarded with dialogue, you're invited to explore and piece things together on your own. And that's what makes the adventure feel so personal. Every rune, every broken down guardian, every overgrown temple tells a story without a single word. The world feels ancient and once occupied, carrying the weight of something lost, waiting for someone, you, to uncover it. There's a melancholic beauty to the silence, and that silence gives emotional moments more power when they finally do arrive. Those haunting piano notes that occasionally drift through the air say more than any narrator ever could. This minimalist approach allows the game to breathe. It gives players room to reflect, to take in the world around them without constant distractions. It creates a meditative atmosphere where your thoughts and emotions become part of the journey. Rather than pushing you toward a specific feeling or response, the game lets you bring your own meaning to it, and that's rare in modern gaming. What Breath of the Wild did was redefine what an open world game could be. It took risks, stripping away many familiar Zelda conventions, and it trusted the player to engage on their own terms, and that trust paid off. The only problem with Breath of the Wild is that it has, in many ways, effectively effectively ruined every other open world game for me. Nothing else comes close. Western open world titles with their boring and predictable checklist design and formulaic structure often feel shallow by comparison. After experiencing the freedom, beauty, and sheer elegance of Breath of the Wild, it's hard to go back to games that constantly hold your hand or bombard you with markers and objectives. The game has influenced countless titles since, inspiring developers to focus more on player agency, systemic design, and atmospheric world building. It proved that a game doesn't need to constantly guide or control the player to be compelling. Sometimes less really is more. For many of us, Breath of the Wild isn't just a game, it's a deeply personal experience, one that stays with you long after you put down the controller. And maybe that's why I can never get enough of it, because it's not just about completing a quest, solving a puzzle, or defeating a boss. It's about the feeling of wandering, discovering, and being free, unbound by the shackles of overly restrictive game design. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to leave a like, drop a comment, and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow. I appreciate you being here, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.